so much. Whatever level of achievement that I had, I owe it, first of all, to the people in my student life family, and they are here. I mean, it was no way I would have made it without them, and they know who they are. The other thing that I'd like to say is that coming back, I have been so welcomed. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like nobody has forgotten me. And the best part is they say, God, you look so good. It's like, I keep coming back now at least once every 3 months to get that good old feedback. So it is a joy to be here. I thank Louise for inviting me here. And I have thoroughly enjoyed everything, especially the lunch I had today with students, and it was very spirited. And we are going to continue that. But let me come with several caveats. We're going to be talking about Barack Hussein Obama. Terms like black and white are going to come up. There is no need for anyone. Those of you who know me will not be offended. But there are new persons in the audience tonight that don't know me. I do have a matter-of-fact approach, but it's just the way it is. That's part of my Southern roots. It's not to say that everybody from the South is loud now. I have a girlfriend, Joyce, who is just, and she's like that. And I'll get on the phone after watching the news and I'll harangue for like 15 minutes. She hasn't said a word. But that's just who I am. I'm very passionate about whatever I do. So we will start now with this first slide of Mr. Obama. And then our next slide is my introduction to all the young people in the audience, because I'm speaking directly to you, because you are the next generation, and you're going to pick up the mantle from what we have and carry it on even to greater heights. That is my hope. So I will read a verse of this poem, and it is in your little packet. You were able to get one from Margaret Walker's poem, For My People. Let a new earth rise. Let another world be born. Let a bloody peace be written in the sky. Let a second generation full of courage issue forth. Let a people loving freedom come to growth. Let a beauty full of healing and a strength of final clenching be the pulsing in our spirits and our blood. Let the martial songs be written. Let the dirges disappear. Let a race of men and women now rise and take control. That is your challenge, and I want you to do that. All right. When we refer to Mr. Obama as African American, and he did the same thing, and I'm sure it may be for some political reasons, because you have to know how to play the game to get elected. From my standpoint, it is not to deny or disrespect his European ancestry. But it does point back to one of the most inane policies that came out of the Old South, the one-drop rule. We could do a whole day just on that, because it gets into like so many absurdities, blood, being white, being black. Everybody here is intelligent enough knows the color of blood after it comes from the body. And how many of us bought into, oh, he's a blue blood? Because, they may have been attached to some king or queen. And it's like, we all are, because it is blue. And I mean, these are things that, you just kind of go along with the propaganda. And when it comes out, then it's red. But anyway, this particular policy said, if you have one drop of black blood, and you could look like him, you are still black. Now when you roll back in your mind and say, and this was before DNA now, we're talking about the beginning, late part of the 19th century. How do you figure that out? You got to look very carefully. Say, okay, his eyes are blue, and he has all the other features. but I think there is some black there somewhere. And I mean, what kind of obsession is somebody to have where they're looking to say, yes, you come over here on this side, or you stay over here. But that was all part of the South, and let me say this, we are all caught up in this white-black thing. We all are. I know, and you know, there's no such thing as race, but we still say it, and it's on so many of the documents. And we'll say, well, is he white or black? Even if it's not for something, you know, official, you say it to one another, not in any mean or disparaging way. You say, is she white? And sometimes, I hope you can find the humor in this next little part. It's like you look at rumps. I mean, this whole stuff has us a little crazy, and that's where some of the humor comes in. My cousin and I were in a fast food place in Chicago, and this young lady came out to wait on us, and she was just quick ID, but she was white. But when she turned around, and Cynthia and I both looked at each other and said, mm-hmm. And she has that nice rotund behind. I mean, we're all caught up in this craziness. You know it. I'm going to tell the truth, and you got to say an amen. Okay. After long deliberation, I surmised that I could best express my feelings about Mr. Obama by 10 storytelling perspectives. And those of you who have one of those handouts will see what they are, but they'll all be on the screen. I think I'm ready for the next one. One of the things that has always, oh no, this is about the race part. You do hear that a lot. These are some covers from magazines that I got during the year. And it's always Obama and race, you know, race and Obama. What can Obama do about race? Blacks have been challenged to correct all the mistakes that were made that had nothing to do with us, that were done to us. And many good white people who had nothing, none of us were at the Constitutional Convention. We weren't there. We weren't, we didn't own slaves. It's like, who can straighten this out? And so we know the answer to that is everybody. So we do have to get involved. Moise and I went into this in deep detail, often thinking about all the good white comrades. You've got to get out and get involved. You've got to get your children involved. I've been trying for like ever, figure out how can we at least slow it down. I don't know whether we can ever stop it. Some days I feel so hopeful. I'm watching something on TV. It's about people coming together. It's not looking at color or anything. And then here will come the Tea Party people, right out of left field. And I'm not ready for that. And it's like, my God. You know, and this is a good country. I don't know what we can do to make it better.